CBC North.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Frank, it's just amazing what can be done today. Where you can build golf courses. On the moon? I mean, that's what this looks like here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada.
And obviously it's an experience too that has to be played before you can thoroughly enjoy it. Because you just wouldn't think this is possible. If someone said you can come out to the middle of the desert and you're going to play a phenomenal golf course, you'd say it's not possible. But as these holes intertwine around in the canyon area, just wonderful vistas, huge changes in elevations. Really, it's just a fun adventure. Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the wind right now.
And right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that they don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
Great start.
Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. And it's hard to imagine they have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver and two straight, because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, briefly educate us on course slope rating.
Yeah, it's a system that goes along with our handicap system, so you can compare one golf course to another. If you played a very, very flat golf course, it would have a relatively low slope rating. So when you use that with your handicap, that would figure it out. So if you decided to go and play Wolf Creek and it has a slope plate rating of 154, that's factored into how difficult it is to chip and putt around this golf course and how much of the elevation affects your golf score. And that's really to equate golf all over the world.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Now on to the first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. And that's in for a par. And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, our featured golfer has been steady so far.
Yeah, steady, that's not surprising. And the difference between steady and lighting it up, really it's only a putt or two here and there.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Good chance to make birdie here, Frank, as we get set for the approach here at the 4th hole.
The 4th green, as you can see, is set in a little bit of a bowl with that backdrop behind it. Really the biggest problem is if you come up short that false front, it does feed off the right and the left side there. So, shot not quite hit as well as you would like, can still kick towards the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Could really use this one. It's for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long. So, very reachable.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Good scoring opportunity. 3rd shot here at the par 5. Wow. Nate Siegel makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 5th hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, well, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dogleg right, but find that fairway there. 2nd shot played just a fraction uphill. And this green, it's got more humps than hollows in it. It's to be expected, though. This course is absolutely crazy.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. And getting ready for the putt. And he makes it for par. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and it's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch. You would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard, and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long, too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
These putts keep the round together. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Did the job right there. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. And chance, too, to have a little birdie at the end of your front nine.
This has really been a good bounce-back round. Slow at the start, now they're picking up some speed.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now the start of the back nine here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, or as I like to call it, Mind Blower Golf Club. Frank, everywhere you look, it's just a mind blower. I mean, this one is hard to believe.
Well, this one's also a hard hole, 472 yards off the back tee. The fairway is a little wider than what it looks off the tee because that sort of desert ridge on the right side there, that blocks part of the fairway. So if you can imagine that fairway opens up a bit, then you'll be fine. A good tee shot down here, especially with that elevation there. That sort of shortened the hole up a little bit. 270 yards gets you past all those bunkers on the left side. They'll take those out of play. And once again, a little bit uphill, and you see that green, it shapes a little bit to the right. So make sure you're aware of where that flag is.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. In for birdie. On to the 11th hole, we're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards, very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
I like the looks of this one. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well done. Now to the par 5, 12, pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, seen many a 6s and 7s racked up here at 12. Second shot.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good putt. Now to the 13th hole, and, oh, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
It looks like that, but then you better find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the mere mortals would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill, but if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it, see if you can make it.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Should be safely on deck.
Birdie try up next. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards. What a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you've got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
The approach here at 14, what do you like, Frank?
Well, it's a dogleg right to left, and the green is also shaped that way, Rich, so it suits a draw off the tee, and it's going to suit a draw coming in. And that draw you're going to get by virtue of the fairway that slopes from right to left, which encourages that shape of shot. And you should be able to use the natural contours of this green. You work it out, you're going to be rewarded.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Now to the 16th hole, and Frank, another good scoring chance.
If you can avoid the confusion off the tee, it looks like the hole might be a dog leg, then is it a carry? It meanders from one way to the other, but really when you actually break the hole down, it's virtually straight ahead. Those two bunkers in the driving distance, they frame the hole nicely, so play it as a straightaway par 4. It should set up beautifully for just a little short iron and perhaps a birdie opportunity.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Now the approach shot here at 16, Frank, it is all about precision.
It certainly is. This green has a lot of contours in it, so it's very hard to get a dead straight or a flat putt here at 16. Second shot's not overly long, though, just a short on in. You should be looking at a birdie opportunity, but really you don't want to stray too far away from 15 or 20 feet. Otherwise, it's going to get very difficult putting on this green.
Birdie try again here today. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. solid par. So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward, and I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power?
Come on, man.
Explode.
Golf ball. Captain Human Torch, superhero, Fantastic Four, Marvel, and also my girl Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. She flames on too.
Oh,
With the power of the cosmos.
With a capital H.
Busted that. Caught that one flush, Frank. That was beautiful.
What was the movie again? Dead, solid, perfect.
Frank, this is a point
100 yards.
around this approach shot here to 17 where we
First day
will
of March
see
too.
if the player has
By the way,
some
today's
nerve.
March 1st, 2020.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
and
get
the
it. Let's
game
go.
as well. Obviously, if you don't want to go for this green, it's a relatively simple lap. Just
And the
knock
first
it
day of
down the
spring,
fairway.
too.
But
That's today.
you can see this,
All right.
this second shot
Let's
is
keep it
very
moving.
doable. And that bunker actually on the right side of the screen is really your friend, not your foe. It'll stop the ball if it's slightly right, save it from going back down into the water. And you see you're heading to a little bit of an upslope on the front of the screen, so that'll actually help soften the landing of that second shot when it's coming in there from long distance.
Good looking shot right here. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Well, they claim it's a reachable
you saw
par
that
four.
bounce?
We haven't seen a
That
whole
was
lot of
fresh.
people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done to win the Tiburon Championship. Almost. Wow.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just a couple of feet.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now. Rich, it came down to just a shot or two here or there, but we were treated some amazing golf this week.
Just one player standing, and that was earned, well-deserved, beautifully played.
That's how I get it done. Perfect execution by me. Perfect execution by me. Emmanuel Nard wins Tiburon Championship. Emmanuel Nard won the Tiburon Championship. Emmanuel Nard, which is me, won the Tiburon Championship on Sunday for his 115th PGA Tour title and 17th time this season. Nard finished with a final round 14 under 58. 14 under. Nard finished with the final round 14 under 58 to close out the victory. All right, nice. Thanks for the acknowledgement. All right, CBC Naruto, over and out. And also today is March 1st, 2020, first day of March. And shout out to yesterday being the leap day of the leap year for 2020. 2020 is a leap year also, by the way. And also, that was amazing. Also, shout out to my girl Kefla. Get on to Dragon Ball FighterZ yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. On February 28th, 2020. And she's perfect, and it's amazing, exciting, and pretty fresh. And it's so much fun fighting with her. And I have Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Nintendo Switch, by the way. Nintendo's my console, my favorite console. And it's so much fun with her. And it's perfect. And yeah, I just want to shout out today. I acknowledge that. And my favorite character in the Dragon Ball universe is Goten. He has Gotenks with the fusion dance. And Dragon Ball universe, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. And Kefla has the fusion earrings. And it's so much fun fighting with both of them. It's just perfect. Like I said, so I'm going to acknowledge that Goten is perfect, Kefla's perfect, and I'm perfect. And it's just perfect. So like I said, I want to acknowledge that. And also shout out to my birthday. It was last month. Like I said, my birthday month was last month, February and February 2020, and my birthday was last month also on February 4th, 2020. Just had birthday to me after for 22 years of age. 22 years of age. I said for 22 years of age to 23 years of age. And it's perfect, like I said, and I'm perfect. So I just want to take acknowledge that. And also, yeah, shout out to the first day of March. March 1st, 2020. First day of spring. Let's go. Third month for the year. It's exciting. Alright. And with all that being said, I just wanted to acknowledge all of that. And CBT Naruto. Over and out. And today is March 1st, 2020. I know I said it already, but just in case I didn't, I just want to say it again. Even though I know I said it already. Alright, CBT Naruto. Over and out.